morning everyone, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good morning. Sunday morning, up bright and early with the sunshine shining right through the window. Lovely. Good morning. Hope everyone has a great Sunday. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Today is International Women in Engineering Day, which raises the profile of women engineers and encourages more people to consider engineering as a profession. To hear about some of my favorite women in maths and science, ask me. Who inspires you?
Alexa, who inspires you?
I'm inspired by technology pioneers. I'm a big fan of Ada Lovelace, Hedy Lamarr and Grace Hopper. Without them, it's unlikely you'd be talking to me today.
Alexa, what's the time, please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:21 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Sunday, the 23rd of June.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 16 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast has partly sunny weather, with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 14 degrees.
So a high of 24 degrees. Still, it's hot in this flat. What is it? It's 22.5 degrees inside the flat. 22.5. You've got to imagine all the electrical appliances on, giving out heat as well and everything else. Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
What do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky.
What do you call a cow with a twitch? Beef jerky. Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include French Association football player and manager Zinedine Zidane, Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States Clarence Thomas, Australian actor Joel Edgerton, French Association football player Patrick Vieira, and American actress Frances McDormand.
So I'm just going to spray a bit of body spray. I use Charlie as well as Impulse, and I find a bit on the back of the legs cools me down. That's Charlie Red. There's loads of them, but that's Charlie Red. Right on in the back of the legs. That cools me down, that does. It's really, really hot. I actually closed the windows last night and I just put all the fans on and I just went to sleep with all the fans blowing all over me. And the one I got from the Cancer Research charity shop is one of the smallest, but it's one of the ones that actually you can feel the cold coming off the fan, unlike the rest of them, you know. I have to go. I have to leave fans on when I go to sleep. It's just too hot in here. And the pets as well, they want to curl up near you and they're boiling. So, good morning, Sunday. Another boiling hot scorching day. You try and keep cool though. I love the sun, don't get me wrong, but it's horrible for hay fever sufferers, and too much of a good thing doesn't do you any good. It's nice though. I don't have to go out. If I wanted to, I could sit on the balcony and catch the sun, so I don't need to go out anywhere. Fortunately for me, I have a flat with a balcony. Some poor people with kids live on fucking massive, right at the top of a tower block, and they haven't got a balcony, so I feel sorry for other people. I am grateful for what I've got. So yesterday, you see, You struggle to keep cool in this heat. So you can't help it. When you get overheated, you get agitated, you get annoyed and tetchy with every little thing. You keep cool. I actually soaked my feet. Last night when I came back from walking Max on the field, I soaked my feet, just sat down with my feet in a bowl of Epsom bath salts, and I watched the telly, and I played some games on my mobile, and I just chilled out and relaxed. A couple of years ago, I went out almost every week somewhere, and now I think this is I'm just resting and chilling out, you know, and not really getting up too much. And the heat is lovely, but you do get tired out when you're out in it for long periods of time. So yesterday, I took Max out for a walk in the evening. And then I came home and I put the television on, and I just, like I said, chilled out and relaxed. I know there's not a lot that I can say, because normally I've got somebody harassing me and bothering me, but as at the moment, it's not been too bad. All that's happening is you're getting people off of Facebook trying to be my friend under names that are supposed to upset me, but it doesn't upset me anymore, because what's happened is in the past, and I'm trying to live in the present and look forward to the future. So I'm not taking any notice of their bullshit, and I'm ignoring people that are being rude and nasty to me, right? It is boiling hot outside, and I'm not going to go around in a coat and a pair of great big thick trousers and faint. I'm also going through the menopause, and I feel hot already, so you know what I mean? So whatever these silly people that are doing the same silly things are doing, then they're not doing themselves any good by dressing up like, you know, Santa Claus when it's summer. Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
But I do feel that I'm with Michael Heseltine. Again, Michael Heseltine, personally, I hated him back in the days of Thatcher. I literally considered him as sort of just a force for evil, and yet we change, as you yourself have said, Lance. Politics changes, and he argues, as I said in my introduction, that there is nothing in the sort of British political domain, no Whitehall department, that isn't affected by Brexit, and therefore we can't improve these departments unless we look at some of the issues concerned with Brexit. So Lance and I may be on completely different hymn sheets, but I think we're both looking in the same direction, which is how can we make it better? And if, as I suspect, there are no advantages to Brexit whatsoever, then hopefully, after a proper parliamentary debate, we can start ticking off some of the things that don't work and buying into things that maybe do. Do you agree? 03456060973 is the number. Sunil has picked up the line from Chesterfield. Good morning, Sunil.
Good morning, Matthew. Second time only on LBC and always been listening to wherever.
Well, lovely talking to you on your second call.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was doing my coffee and I just had to comment. And just to let you know, I was sitting here thinking, you know, many years ago I was working in the EU. I worked actually for a massive retail company stretched out 17 different countries, trading in countries. I remember the time when we actually went to the Euro, when we harmonised, when our paperwork that used to be the size of this room shrunk to the size of a book. I remember the time when I was working with up to 12 to 14 different nationalities, speaking in different languages, effortlessly going from the UK abroad. And then when the referendum started, I was horrified. I mean, my friends are also Germans, Swiss, all nationalities, could not believe that Britain would ever had the short-sightedness to leave the EU. And my personal first-hand knowledge of it is that, you know, the UK went backwards, basically. It's as simple as that. When I hear Lance talking, I hear pompous conservative rhetoric in the same way. I don't think he's ever had to do trade with people from the UK and see their business dry up, because actually that's what's happened. We've made it much harder for people here to work.
Tell me about your thoughts on Keir Starmer then. I mean, you're painting a picture of a return to turmoil as a result of Brexit, the kind of turmoil that Keir Starmer says will only increase if we talk about it.
Yeah, Matthew, I don't see it as turmoil. I mean, I think that's quite serious language if I look at it like that. I would look to reopen it. I would look to rejoin it, and I would base it on truth. We simply have lost out on subsidies. And if I hear Keir Starmer or any other leader, including Rishi Sunak, it makes my blood boil, because I don't think they stand up for people and for what is right. They're more worried about their own voting and their own system, or what the papers say. I don't think the paper should be dictating what I think is the right thing for the country. And, you know, if I look at it, youngsters, that's been on the agenda. I've listened to that. We've just returned now back home now to the UK, and I listened to the impact on the youngsters. I was a young man at 35 when I went into the EU. It was the best experience, travelling all over and feeling that my passport held value.
But bring me back to Starmer, because I've got to go to the news. So tell me about Keir Starmer, and is not allowing a discussion of the things that you are describing.
I think that, again, just shows the fact that he has not the guts, and no leader has had the guts, to basically stand up and say what we've done is the wrong thing. When we had the referendum, we gave it to people who had not the right knowledge and not been told the truth. And I think he's just shown that he is going to be a very weak leader, in the sense that he's not standing up for the right thing.
Okay,
And I think definitely not vote for him.
Forgive me for jumping in. I love your passion. Great call. And I can appreciate your frustration, but I can also see that if it was Keir Starmer, or indeed any other political leader that was to stand up and say, as you just put it, Brexit isn't working, they will be crucified by the press, and I don't think that's right. And I was also fascinated by what Sunil said about the electorate basically voting for something they don't understand, and that takes us into very murky waters. I'd rather focus on people being lied to, because that is easily provable. But you know, democracy involves everybody, all the people, regardless of their understanding. And I can see that for people like Sunil, that does lead to problems. More of your thoughts on Keir Starmer and his refusal to discuss the B word. And we'll also be looking at an interesting take on the Glastonbury Festival, how South Asian music and culture will be making it an even more colourful event this year. The time now, 8:33. Matthew Wright on LBC, Lucinda Horsey with headlines.
Labour says betting allegations against senior Tories are utterly extraordinary. It's emerged a fourth person, the party's chief data officer Nick Mason, is being investigated by the Gambling Commission. A power cut has caused major disruption at Manchester Airport, with a number of delays and cancellations. Passengers booked on flights from Terminals 1 and 2 are being told not to turn up before checking with their airline. There are warnings warmer weather this week have put increased pressure on the NHS. Heat health alerts have been issued, with it expected to hit 30 degrees in parts of England. LBC weather, cloud lingering across parts of Wales, the Midlands and southern England. Dry and warm with sunshine elsewhere, highs of 25 degrees.
LBC.
Welcome back to the Lunchtime Lineup, Sub fans. Subway knows what you want, and we're delivering another MVP.